Hey Rhamondre, how you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Good. I feel like we just talked to you after the game. Thanks for coming back to us.
Of course.
Figured I'd start with where did this Mondre come from with David Andrews? Well, it's sort of like becomes a little bit of a rallying cry, right?
Yeah, it was funny because like before I seen the video, I didn't even know that was happening. Like I could not hear him. So I guess he was just trying to get my attention. And I believe that's after I scored. So he was just trying to congratulate me. That's all it was. He was just trying to get my attention.
I could be reading too much into this, but it seems like the two of you have a little bit of a fun connection, maybe. Am I reading into that? Like, what is your connection with David?
It's great. It is definitely great. We have I would say, a comical relationship. It's a great guy that I love being around him.
He told us he's going to tell us some stuff after the season, but we have to wait as
Mm-hmm.
to why he was laughing anytime he was asked about you. So if you want to add anything, you can add it in now, but don't feel like you have to, you know?
Yeah, that's all David Andrew. That's up
Okay.
to him after the season.
All right, and just an announcement, we're going to have Jawan Bentley in Stacey's room at the moment. And we'll go next question with George Belegji. Thanks.
Hey, Rhamondre, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
So for this week, it's been a long time since you guys faced the Dolphins. Obviously, you have to go back to week one. In that game for you, you just had a few touches. It wasn't the same role you have now, obviously. Do you draw anything from that game back in week one as you prepare for the Dolphins this week?
I would say a little bit, yeah. But like you said, we haven't played them in a long time. We're at the last game of the season, so a lot has changed. But yeah, I think all I can learn from the first game is what I could do better, and us as a team, what we could do better, and how we could execute better, and get the outcome we want.
And obviously, going back to your Oklahoma days, you're no stranger to playing important games late in the season before there's important postseason games on the horizon. How do you make sure you're locked in? Because this game this Sunday does mean a lot for you guys, and not look ahead to the playoffs, even though they're just around the corner for the Patriots.
Yeah, I think we're doing a good job of just honing in on this week. We're not really worried about uh weeks ahead of this one, so we're just honed down on Sunday, and that's what we're focused on.
Is there any question from the veterans that have stuck out to you as you guys prepare for the Dolphins this week? Any message from the veterans that sticks out to you?
No, it's really not any different from any other week. We're just trying to go execute and play our best football.
Thank you.
Sir.
And next question, Levin Reed.
Hey, Rhamondre, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
How has the veterans on the offensive line and the veterans in the running back room helped you to develop as the season's gone on?
They all been incredible. Like I would say even people on the defensive side of the ball, like just everyone around here is very helpful, and they're gonna lead you in the right direction no matter what it is, football related or not. So just being around this whole group of guys is just very helpful, and they helped me tremendously throughout this whole season.
And what is it like or just the attitude you have to keep your feet churning after that first contact? It seems like you don't go down. You make sure that you keep moving as much as you can.
Well, I think as a running back, like you should never want to get tackled, especially like by the first person. So I think that's my mindset. Just you always got to make at least one or two people miss on every play. That's how I try to look coming to every play.
And next question, Nick O'Malley.
Hi, Rhamondre. We were talking to Devon earlier, and he said that you guys got the snow speech earlier today from Bill. And I want to ask, so come on the outside, it's sort of annual tradition. Every like big snowstorm, it's like, okay, like going back into the lore, there's like these in Patriots history, there's famous instances of Bill having a zero tolerance policy of guys being late. When there's snow. Have you gotten sort of like coached up by your teammates on that as you get ready for this first New England winter?
Oh yeah, for sure. A lot of my teammates, like you said, you can't be late to anything we have mandatory. So yeah, with that being said, the older guys, they say you got this, you got that. Just make sure I have all the tools I need to, make it here on time.
Any key advice that you got this week?
To keep a snow shovel.
Did you have to buy one?
I did, yeah.
Great, thank you.
And next question, Chris Ryan.
Hey, Rhamondre, hope all is well with you. Obviously, everybody has expectations for how things are going to, go. And I'm interested in how your first NFL season, which obviously is not over yet, but to date, has met your expectation of what it was going to be like to be a pro. Maybe some things that jumped out at you that are different than what you expected.
I would say, like, being a pro every day is a different challenge. I would say that's like what I had to get used to. Like every day is a new day, like totally. And you really got to focus on that day. You can't focus ahead, neither on the past. So I would say that's the biggest thing I really learned from being in the NFL. It's an everyday challenge, and you gotta love it. Like you gotta love it.
And how about the games themselves, where you seem to have adapted very well to the NFL game, had a lot of success so far? Has that been a surprise at all? Have the guys been faster? The scheme's been different, or has it been pretty much what you expected?
Of course. I mean, it's the NFL from college ball, so it's a lot different. So I would say just in every aspect, like you mentioned, just like the speed of the game, different schemes, all the things you have to be looking for, the long play call. So it just been, I would just say, a learning experience this whole year, and I'm still learning.
Thanks, appreciate it.
And final question, Dakota Randall.
Hey, Rhamondre, kind of a similar question. After this game, I believe you'll have played twice as many games as you played last season at Oklahoma. And I know you played 13 your first season there, but I'm just wondering generally, like, how are you feeling physically and mentally? Like, has the grind of it all sort of hit you at all this season? Because you and the other young guys have played a lot of football this year.
Yeah, and honestly, like when I was talking to my teammates not too long ago, like they talk about that rookie wall, and I feel like I haven't really hit that. Like I'm just enjoying this process. Like I dreamed of moments like this being in the NFL, so I'm just trying to take it all in and have as much fun as possible.
Thank you.